Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name's Neil, and today we're checking out the next episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just finished watching the premiere, and it was everything you want. It was a great reminder of exactly where we are in the Star Wars story in general, and Obi-Wan's in particular. It's 10 years after Order 66, and Obi-Wan has basically given up the ways of the Jedi. He's denying that past. He's focused on protecting young Luke, but he's no longer a Jedi in his heart. And it takes the kidnapping of young Leia Organa to sort of snap him out of that. That and the pleadings of Leia's parents, specifically Bail Organa, her father. And we left off the last episode with Obi-Wan about to depart Tatooine, presumably for the first time in 10 years, in an attempt to track Leia down and rescue her. We got great little cameos. We saw C-3PO for half a second. We saw young Luke Skywalker. We got to really meet and learn a lot about young Leia, which was great. Spent some time on Alderaan, as well as seeing what Obi-Wan's life on Tatooine had become. His refusal to help led to the death of another Jedi on the run at the hands of the Inquisitors, who feel like they're going to be the primary antagonistic force of this season of television. In particular, the third sister, Reva, who's got some sort of personal vendetta against Obi-Wan, it seems. So we're hopefully going to learn more about that. Maybe not in this episode, but eventually. And we're still teased with the knowledge that sooner or later Vader's going to appear, which is exciting and thrilling. It'll be great to see Hayden Christensen back in the role. And we're filling in some really interesting time periods in the Star Wars storyline here. Making that transition from episode 3 to episode 4, and I'm really excited to see where this next episode goes, and extending that story for us. So let's jump right into it, guys. This is episode 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's headed for Daiyu.
I told you, I'm not the man you remember.
Do we know Daiyu? I don't feel like
Old friend.
I've ever seen anything there, but it might be one of those many planets we visited over the course of the Clone Wars. Welcome to Daiyu. Oh, cool. Very Blade Runner-y.
Spare any credits.
That's Tamura Morrison's voice.
Help a veteran get a warm meal.
An old clone trooper. Great cameo. A familiar face.
Well, if she's here, you're never gonna see her again. Nobody leaves this place. I was someone's daughter once, too. That one's free. A couple more of those and you'll forget she ever existed.
First one's free.
There's a Jedi. He helps people.
The Jedi are all gone.
Who's the Jedi on Daiyu? Someone we know or someone new? Oh, really?
This is a Jedi mind trick. Do not be alarmed. I'm sending a mother and son to your gate. You will let them through when they arrive.
No, this is a scam.
The Force is so strong with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, definitely a scam.
We will never forget you.
You must. My safety depends upon it. Now go.
Oh, love him.
Be safe, little one.
Yeah,
Be safe.
definitely a scam.
A girl has been kidnapped. I need your help to find her.
He knows better than that. He couldn't have been fooled by that.
500 to locate the girl, another 300 to take you to her.
Goodness, that light is unforgiving.
I mean, that's a really good deal. I know how this looks.
Yes, it looks like you just took money from that family.
I got them safe, just a little poorer.
You're gonna help me find this girl I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Can I trust you?
Definitely.
Just walk into a drug lab? That's a thing you can do?
Oh, I seem to have lost my way.
Yeah, well, get back to work.
Right.
He's Maul's race. I forget their name. But they're from Dathomir.
Leia.
I'm gonna say no. Can't be that easy. Yeah. They let him get there.
I didn't know the Jedi could bleed.
Well, everybody bleeds.
Okay. I'm gonna assume he took back his saber there.
Let go of me!
Wait!
I'm here to
Who
rescue.
are you?
Your father sent me. I'm here to help you.
Where's the army?
I'm the army.
Now let's go.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Tripping balls.
Where
On
is
spice.
We have to change.
You're a Jedi?
Quiet.
Turn her into a Jawa.
It's just, you seem kind of old and beat up.
Whatever power you are craving, it will not change what you are. The least of us. All the power in the world can't mask the stench beneath. I will take Kenobi in myself. You are no longer required, sister.
Great, we got a rogue Inquisitor. Well, is she gonna get kicked out of the Inquisitors?
He'll reveal himself eventually, and I will be waiting.
Wanted, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, it's John Wick.
Yeah, little green cape. You don't need those. And the gloves. If anyone asks, we're farmers from Tall, and you're my daughter.
Granddaughter, maybe.
What?
Nothing.
He's younger than her dad. Bail Organa's definitely older than Obi-Wan, right?
Why aren't you using your lightsaber? Maybe it's because you're not really a Jedi. You haven't even told me your name.
Ben.
It's not a Jedi name. You think the less you say, the less you give away. But really, it's the opposite.
How old are you?
10.
You don't sound like you're 10.
Thank you.
Remember, this is no ordinary Jedi. Kenobi is the last ember of a dying age.
Kenobi. Reva.
Her name's Lola, and she won't make any. She's hurt.
Good.
Show manners to your droids.
Why is there a picture of you? You're the reason I'm here. They took me to get to you.
Leia, listen.
How do I know you're not the real kidnapper?
You have to trust me, Leia.
You aren't a Jedi.
Your father is a very old friend.
I don't believe you.
Leia. Leia!
Yeah, great.
No!
Just tell us where it is.
Oh. Reva, presumably? No? Someone else. Oh, interesting. She's got a cool style. She comes with wires. Don't try it, Leia.
on.
All right. Force her. You gotta force her. You gotta make her float.
Leia, no!
Yeah. Using the Force for the first time in like 10 years, probably.
Who are you?
It's a cargo port. It's fully automated. They won't be looking for you there. Go to Transport 8.
What are you talking
Why
about?
is he...
Take you to Mapuzo. They'll be waiting. Have I made a few bad decisions? Sure. Do I feel bad about it? Sometimes. Do I like credits? Yeah. I'm trying to make amends.
Okay.
Where is he?
Did we just kill Flea?
You found me. You're as good as they say.
You're no Jedi. But you know where one is. Where is he?
Ah, that wasn't magnets, was it?
What
did you ask?
I can pull it right out of your head. She's strong with the Force.
If somebody is offering us help, I think we should take it. Now come on.
You just remind me of someone.
Yeah.
She was fearless too.
Was your friend a Jedi too?
No.
No, she was a leader. She died a long time ago.
Padme.
Obi-Wan.
Here we go. Light it up, Obi.
I'm just going to take you to him. Lord Vader will be pleased.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know. He's alive, Obi-Wan.
You didn't know.
Anakin Skywalker is alive.
Move aside.
Whoa! We just killed the Grand Inquisitor like that?
Who's in the gutter now?
Damn.
We will find you!
So maybe Reva's intentions aren't personal. She's just Vader's personal Inquisitor, so to speak.
Are you okay?
I just found out your father's still alive.
Anakin.
Oh. Are they Force connected? You'd think they would have felt that before now. Maybe that's just the edit. Nice. Awesome. So we're getting a few answers already. I think Disney's realizing that there's a very fun story to be had by taking an older warrior loner, whether it's the Mandalorian or Obi-Wan Kenobi, and pairing them up with a youngling, whether it's Grogu or Leia. And it makes it a little family friendly. There's a fun dynamic there that you can have fun with as a writer, that the actors probably have a lot of fun with. And I'm impressed with young Leia, the actress playing her. She's very good. Kid actors, they're hired because they can deliver the lines, but you don't necessarily always get a really strong emotional performance, because that's a lot to ask of a kid who may not have the emotional intelligence to bring to the task. But I'm liking what they're doing with young Leia so far. I'm intrigued by what they're doing with the Inquisitors right now, because I felt they would be a more monolithic antagonist, almost interchangeable in their roles, but it's clear that Reva has her own agenda, that she wasn't respected by the other Inquisitors. She just killed the Grand Inquisitor, unless he's gonna somehow survive that attack. Put nothing past the writers, lots of people survive lightsaber attacks in Star Wars. But it seems Reva certainly ambitious enough to pursue Kenobi, because she wanted the recognition from Vader, but it almost feels like, and it almost feels like she was Vader's personal inquisitor on this mission, and she's always been tasked with tracking Kenobi down directly from Vader, which is interesting. So we were wondering back in the first episode whether Obi-Wan knew that Anakin survived, and it would appear not. We, when he left Anakin for dead after their battle on, is it Mustafar? Obi-Wan thought Anakin was dead, and he had received no news to the contrary in the intervening 10 years. So this is a shock. He thought Anakin was dead. He, that Luke and Leia were true orphans. Obviously, Padme died, but now we know Anakin's alive. And the way they edited that reveal at the very end of Vader in the Bacta tank makes you wonder whether Vader has some awareness of Obi-Wan via the Force. We know, like, you would assume that the Inquisitors would have a pretty good record of all the known Jedi, and that they were tracking them. They would know which targets were eliminated and which ones were unaccounted for. They know, you would assume that they know that Yoda's out there somewhere, that Ahsoka is out there somewhere. Who else? Ezra Bridger, Caleb Dune. They're known Jedi out there. Maybe they don't know about Ezra yet, because Ezra's still just Luke and Leia's age, just a 10-year-old. But yeah, interesting. I suspect that the Leia story will wrap itself up for the most part by next episode. I suspect we'll get Leia back to Alderaan, safe into her parents' hands, and then Obi-Wan's story will continue separately, because you can only have a 10-year-old on the run for so long before you start testing the believability of it all. You could feel it in these chase scenes that we've had with young Leia, whether it was in the woods when she was kidnapped or whether it was on the streets in this episode of her ducking and weaving. She can only run so fast, and the fact that no adult can catch her is, you can suspend disbelief for a short period of time, but if that remains a constant thing, at some point you're like, seriously, no one can get her? And if Flea can catch her but no Inquisitor can, then really? Or Obi-Wan can't? So I think it's smart, and I'm just guessing here, but I think it's smart that they tie up that storyline, and Obi-Wan, like I said, goes back to being on his own by the time he confronts Vader. Because I think if Vader's anywhere near Leia, that might become problematic. Because Vader's not aware of who Leia is, or at least it doesn't feel like it in The New Hope. It's interesting because he knows who Luke is. He knows who Luke is by Empire. When does he learn that exactly? When does he learn who his children are? Does he just sense it? And if he does sense it, why doesn't he sense it when he sees Leia in New Hope? Or maybe he does and we just don't realize it. Anyhow, lots to think about. It's times like this where I wish I could have the discussion with, like, a true hardcore Star Wars nerd who could, like, oh, but remember this and remember that, and actually, if you know this comic book or this video game and they actually addressed that, maybe some of you out there can help me out in the comments below. But I'm liking this version of Obi-Wan, someone who's basically denied his abilities and his identity for the last 10 years. You have to figure that's the first time he's used the Force since he killed Grievous and escaped. We know he buried his lightsabers. He still hasn't actually used his saber, but that will be saved for a special moment, whether it's a confrontation with Reva or with Vader or something else. But you can tell he's rusty, you know, like that took real effort, catching a fallen girl. That used to be something that took no thought at all for him. So yeah, I guess you get rusty if you're out of practice. It'll be interesting if he has to learn how to use his sword again, or whether that's more like riding a bike. Is he going to be rusty in his first lightsaber battle in 10 years? Who knows? I like the cameos. I mean, it's beyond a cameo. Kumail, I always get his last name wrong. Nanjiani, I think, from the Eternals, from Silicon Valley. Great comedic actor. You can bet that he's a big Star Wars nerd, and he jumped at the chance to have a small role in Obi-Wan. But I wonder whether we will see him again, because he's a big enough name that maybe he'll be an ally later on in the series. You know, he took sort of a good guy turn at the end there. It was pretty obvious right from the get-go that he was a con man, that he wasn't a real Jedi, but he quickly came about. So maybe we'll see him again. That would be welcome. You know, I gotta figure, you know, there's gotta be a ton of Star Wars nerds on the Hollywood A-list. Like, I'm sure some of them would leap at the chance to appear in a Star Wars property, just to say that they did, just to be a character in the Star Wars universe. Like, how cool would that be? So yeah, loving the show so far. I'm excited to see where it goes next. Stick around. Next week we'll be doing episode 3, and until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.